At this point, I've spoken at length about how internet horror tropes and aesthetics are being embraced by other forms of media. The popularity of Kane Pixel's Backrooms has led to him getting a feature film deal with A24. Creepypastas have had a leap to the small screen with Sci-Fi Channel's Channel Zero. And there was even the underground success of Skinamarink, a feature film directed by Kyle Edward Ball, who started essentially experimenting with what would become Skinamarink within YouTube. You'll notice that my examples are all film and TV, and one medium I haven't really seen these aesthetics and tropes jump to is music, or at least mainstream music. More underground genres, there's inklings of this. The first to come to mind for me is the opening track to Pig Destroyer's 2001 album Prowler in the Yard, Jennifer.
Jennifer wrestled her friend playfully to the ground in front of the snow cone stand and began licking at the girl's eyeballs,
which evokes analog horror through its text-to-speech monologue, but this is just coincidental because it predates the genre of analog horror by, multiple decades. In these more mainstream genres like pop, it's really hard to find. Until now. I was alerted by my dear friend Zay, who will be joining me in a little bit, about the promotional materials for the K-pop group Aespa's upcoming album Armageddon. And the Twitter thread that Zay sent me was posted by a user named Ning Nasty, and they pointed out in detail the connections between the promotion of Armageddon and specifically analog horror. And I love this thread that Ning Nasty made. It was so cool to see someone primarily from another, internet fandom, K-pop, highlighting analog horror the way that they did. I think it's a really great opportunity for more people to know about different analog horror series. So, I just want to shout them out in general for obviously alerting me to all the Armageddon stuff, but also just shouting out analog horror to a different part of the internet. That's kind of what I want to do on the opposite side, is I want to take this K-pop project and showcase it to internet horror people. If you are new to my channel, my name is glitchwitch.jpg. I typically cover internet horror and its history, things like analog horror, digital horror, creepypastas, internet urban legends, things like that. So that being said, I just want to put it out there. I am not a K-pop stan in that I just am not really familiar with it. I am not anti-K-pop. It's not a world I know. Before making this video, I knew Blackpink and BTS because, I'm alive and breathing. Please know that I have nothing but love for the K-pop community, and I just want to shout out this really great group and their really great marketing strategy for Armageddon. I may not have all of the information. I have scoured, the internet to get different background stuff about Aespa. And really at the end of the day, though, I'm just highlighting the incredible visual choices and narrative choices made for Armageddon. You'll hear me using words interchangeably, like internet horror, analog horror, ARG, which is alternate reality game. And that's just because those are the words I've seen thrown around with Armageddon by other people like Ning Nasty, or I've seen other users mention this as well. At its core, I would say the Armageddon project is an alternate reality game. That's the closest thing I would tie it to. It's not super horror-based, it's a lot more science fiction, but the tropes and the presentation of a lot of Aespa's stuff fits in within some of the analog horror tropes that we see. So you'll hear me and Zay use analog horror and ARG interchangeably, but for my sticklers within internet horror, I would consider this project at its core an ARG. I have a feeling I'm probably gonna have a clickbait-ass title that's like K-pop X analog horror, because I want people to click on this. Respect the hustle, I guess. So, we gotta start out. Who is Aespa? Aespa, I have a horrible accent that cannot pronounce anything correctly, so I'm probably gonna say Aespa and Aespa interchangeably, and for that I am sorry. To me, Aespa before we get into the project. So Aespa has 4 members: Giselle, Ning Ning, Karina, and Winter. They made their debut in 2020, and they've had great success with singles and like mini albums or EPs, but Armageddon will be their full-length album debut, so it's a big deal. The entire vibe and aesthetic of Aespa is linked heavily to digital themes, so this jump to like ARG and internet horror is not shocking at all. It's very smart on their end. I read that their name comes from combining the first 2 letters of Avatar experience and the word aspect, which the definition of aspect that they are referencing is, quote, a specific way in which something can be considered. So this is conjuring the idea of meeting another version of yourself, or another version of yourself existing. And I think traditionally within Aespa, this is referencing like a digital version of yourself, like the metaverse, things like that. Very Matrix, that vibe, which is super, super cool. And before we even get into Armageddon, I want to touch on this concept of dual selves a little bit more. In the original Twitter thread that I referenced, Ning Nasty pointed out that in the music video for the song Drama, which predates Armageddon, that's not associated with this album release, they explored the concept of doppelgangers. And, you know, us analog horror stannies will immediately think of one of the genre-defining series, the Mandela Catalog, which, if you don't know, centers around a doppelganger of the Archangel Gabriel, who is using his doppelganger army called Alternates to try to take over the world. And you know what? Do I know for a fact that Giselle, Ning Ning, Karina, and Winter have sat through a Thatcher Davis monologue? No, they probably haven't, but boy, do I enjoy pretending that they have.
Dear Ruth, I know you can't read this letter, so I guess this is more for my peace of mind.
The drama video is a great example of the digital counterpart themes that I think are so integral to what Aespa is going for, and I think it's a great primer for someone like me who is not really familiar with them to get the aesthetic and the storylines that they're going for. Ning Nasty highlighted the video's opening disclaimer as like a very analog horror core moment, and I would have to agree. It says, "Welcome to drama. Please follow 4 rules while watching the drama. 1. Look back immediately when you feel a presence in the dark. 2. If your reflection in the mirror tries to shake your hand, do not let it. 3. Light can blind your eyes. Run away at full speed. 4. All of the above is false. The only way to escape is by doing the opposite." This is a tactic we see again and again and again within analog horror. Local 58 does it, Gemini Home Entertainment does it, Vita Carnus does it, and of course the Mandela Catalog. Honestly, I think this specific statement that they've made is most similar to Volume 1 of the Mandela Catalog that ended up going viral on TikTok. It was an audio that people would use and then make like doppelganger videos with themselves.
If you see another person that looks identical to you, run away and hide.
So my best guess is that Aespa's, creative team was maybe riffing on that because it was popular at the time, which I think is really cool because it's not like copycatting, they're making it their own, and it's just something that already fits in with, the stories that they're trying to tell. So it's super smart and it makes sense. Again, I think drama is a great way to kind of dip your toes into the world of Aespa. And, their vibe in the whole, it's this exploration of the fear and intrigue of digital spaces. And, they jump further with this concept with Armageddon, which I think is really, really cool. It's time to explore Armageddon. And by the time that this video is released, Armageddon will be out. Their feature-length album will be out, but because I'm recording this a few days before it comes out, I'm just covering the content on the website as it appeared to my friend Zay and I while we explored it. The main element of the Armageddon ARG is Aespa's website, which is this really cool, slick, well-designed, channel-based website experience. So you explore it, all the channels spell out Armageddon, so there's channel A, channel R, so on and so forth, and as you explore through these different channels, you understand the story that's being told in the universe that's being created, and there's lots of fun little Easter eggs, and it also shows, you know, the music and the videos from the album to get you excited and want to purchase the album when it comes out. I will say, as far as ARGs go, it's not the most, like, complicated or convoluted. It is, I think, designed so that people who aren't, you know, already, like, super puzzle savvy can engage with it and enjoy it, which I think is smart for a marketing tactic. I think sometimes when marketing-based ARGs get a little too crazy, you get drop off, like people aren't going to engage with it. So I think this has just the perfect amount of engagement and ability for exploration. As the resident internet horror girly, I needed a K-pop girly to help me navigate this website. So I have enlisted the help of my dear friend Zay to comb through this big old website together. So without further ado, let's take a look at Armageddon. Introduce yourself, my dear friend Zay.
Me?
Yes, you.
Okay. Hey, it's Zay. I am.
That's
oh my
the
God,
name.
she said the thing. But yeah, hey, I'm Zay. I'm Courtney's good friend. We have quite the history. We are such besties. It's unreal.
It's true.
And yeah, we are talking about Aespa today. It's a thing where I was like, hey, you know, me and my partner, who they were the one that introduced me to Aespa and this website, who, by the way, when I told them that, like, I said all this to you and you, like, loved it so much, they were like, imagine what it's like to have so much power to, like, inspire people just in the palm of your hand. I mean, and even me, I love K-pop, but, like, I'm totally not as, like, you know, hardcore dedicated as all the, like, true stans out there who I love, and I hope they love everything about this video. I'm gonna go ahead and say that up front. we love Aespa, everything about them, but so just take it from people that just like their music and like especially the rollout they're doing for Armageddon.
Do you want to dive in?
Yes, absolutely. So yeah, we are on the intro page for it, which is just aespa.com.
Yes.
I already was thinking, like, I really hope that this is, like, archived somehow. I don't know if it's gonna, like, go away, because, like, you'll see it once we go on. Well, I'll go ahead and connect, but, like, yeah. the countdown is ticking down. Like, we are almost out of time because Armageddon is about to drop. I'm literally so excited. But yeah, I don't know if this is still gonna be here or not after this.
After this, it's like it needs to be captured on the Internet Archive. Like, that's why I want to make a video like this, is because when it's tied to such a specific moment in time, like an album release, which I believe it releases Tuesday. We're recording this on the Sunday before it's dropping. So by the time it comes out,
it's whenever the countdown's over, yeah,
the album will already be out by the time this video is out. So yeah. Sorry, y'all. I'm not that fast at editing. I don't know what to tell you. But so yeah, it might disappear. It might change into something else. I'm not sure. But so that's why I do like documenting this stuff, because within the analog horror sphere, you get a lot of websites specifically that just disappear. Like the Mandela Catalog is my favorite analog horror series, and there was a whole website that was pretty integral to the plot that I never even got to go on because I wasn't paying attention. So ever since that, I'm like, you gotta archive it.
Well, I mean, at least it's good, because I mean, that's why, like, we're doing this. Like, even just having video of it is something, you know. And of course, again, knowing how dedicated the stands are, like, I'm sure that this will be preserved in some form. But hey, at least we're doing our part.
Yes. No, absolutely. And yeah, I mean, yeah, K-pop stands are braver than any branch of the US Armed Forces, so we know that they're on it.
So real.
I applaud it. So,
Yeah,
should we dive
same.
in? We're on. So, the way that this
Absolutely.
website is broken down for anyone who has not visited it is it has Armageddon across the top, and each letter of Armageddon is a different channel and has a different thing to explore. So, on this first page, we have multiple different, like, I guess security broadcasts is the vibe.
That's what
I would
I kind of
say.
saw it is, yeah.
Yeah, and this hints to different universes within the narrative, as well as just like teasing the overarching, like, it's a science fiction story for sure.
Yeah.
Like, I'll say internet horror over and over again because that's like my wheelhouse, but this is definitely more a science fiction story, just using the like alternate reality game.
For sure, yeah. Because as we
Structure.
get into it, there's the more like full on like paranormal UFO
Yes.
X-Files-esque aestheticism stuff. But honestly, like to dig in that a little more, because like when I first went on this site, I'm very just like, you know how dumb I am. I was just like, oh, I just love the aesthetic. I love the visuals. I love the music. But you broached that very interesting thing you were saying about like the idea of this is that we are looking into alternate universes kind of like brought about by the Armageddon. Isn't that what you're kind of saying? You should explain it because it's what you were talking to me about. But
so
I thought
as
that was
we
super fascinating.
As we explore the
we'll get into
website,
it, yeah.
it'll become more apparent, but I believe that the overarching narrative here is that Armageddon, or the end of the world, is coming, but in this Aespa universe, or multiple universes, Armageddon means parallel universes like bleeding into one another.
Mhm.
And from what I understand of Aespa's aesthetic and story that they're trying to tell through their group as the whole, not just through Armageddon, it's very focused on like kind of Matrix vibes of like,
it's a lot of like metaverse stuff, avatar usage, like stuff like that.
So I think this is like a logical next step to that. Like, it's a grander exploration of that, which I think is really cool.
Was there anything specific you want to do on this page? Did
we want to I think we're good to move on to R.
Okay.
Which, so this is we're not gonna play the audio just because I don't want to be taken out back old Yeller style. But this is just an overall like
too,
this is like an overall teaser for Armageddon on the whole, and it's showing definitely more like the sci-fi action vibe. And at first I was like, this is crazy, they're like superheroes, but now that I understand the narrative more, it's like this is one universe's version of Aespa.
And I can't remember, it was probably my partner, we were talking about like, I can't remember if it's this one or another one of the videos where like the universe is like they are aliens, and then in like a different one they're encountering aliens, like, so they're definitely, I think that your multiversal theory is definitely, I think, on the right track for sure. I love this video. I love literally every single one of these videos. Like, like K-pop music videos like already go really crazy with the production. They very much lean into, you know, just like full on like, this is a music video, we're gonna go crazy with like the special effects and digital effects, stuff like that. Anyways, like K-pop music videos are just so frenetic. Like the editing, the flash, the everything is so over the top. I love it. And so if anything, I love seeing that style kind of coalesce with the analog horror, the sci-fi, the whatever we want to call it, because there are these two modern like I'd personally call them both very mixed media in their aestheticisms, and so they just gel together so well. I'm probably jumping the gun on this, but like I guess just from seeing this one, I was really inspired. But like I had to get that out because I just love the mixed media of everything and everything coming together to create this like very just maximalist everything. Like, you know me, you know that's what I love, and that's why I'm so happy we're talking about this.
No, absolutely. And I think that, you know, one of the things that makes like internet horror and like alternate reality games and whatever you want to call it such a like enticing form of media to me is the like mixed media nature of it and the maximalism of it. Because like I miss, like I just made a video about Shay St. John and I went through her old website and it was a nightmare to look at. Like it was a literal nightmare to look at. But oh my god, I wish that websites looked like that still. So seeing something like this, and obviously this website is like still polished, but it's like a good bridge between crazy old, you know, like Angel Fire websites.
That like Web 1.0 like feel, where it's just like you literally just threw whatever you wanted to on there, and like the coalescing of differences made a whole that fit. Like that's a style that I miss so bad when it was like the thing that everybody did.
We can move on to M.
Okay. And see, okay, so was M the one you were saying wasn't working for you?
Yes, so the video wouldn't load. Their symbols would load for me, so this is my first time seeing this. But is it just like introducing each of the girls?
So this one's just for Ning Ning.
Okay.
Oh no,
okay, so yeah, it's going through each of them.
Okay. Yeah, it's a little intro for all the girls.
Yeah.
So we have Ning Ning, we have Karina.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
And the stuff you were talking about with the eyes, which I totally forgot about. Like them each having the different designs in the eyes. Yeah, I thought that was so rad. This is Winter,
yeah.
Who is literally such a queen. If I'm getting this right, so my partner told me, Ning Ning literally had like a collapsed lung and like was still coming back to perform and has basically been like on and off performing with literally a collapsed lung. So she is literally like Omega Queen.
Oh my god.
I know, it's literally insane. Like, I promise you, like, we're gonna keep saying it. K-pop idols are literally like carrying the world.
They are. It's insane. But I do like a thing that I feel like doesn't happen all the time in like Western pop bands. And this is again someone who is not familiar with K-pop, but I feel like K-pop does a better job of like giving every member their moment.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, you know, the Backstreet Boys, like, everyone would ignore, like, 2 out of 4.
Right.
You know what I mean?
No, it totally is. And that's where you get, like, you know, people developing their biases and what have you. Because, yeah, I feel like, you know, most do really good about, like, okay, here's this person's part, and then this person will pick up immediately after them. Like, it's such a, like, relay race of them like passing off Slay, but like
passing off Slay.
Yeah, exactly. It's a reslay race. So A other
A part 2. Yeah.
This, I'm so excited. This literally the CD thing, which is the highlight medley. It's going through the actual album. I'll say this is their first full-length album.
Yeah.
Because K-pop is full-length albums and like usually a lot of mini albums and singles and stuff. It's a whole thing. Sometimes a big deal. This, if I'm getting this right, this CD player, they are like releasing this on their website. Like actually, like this design on screen, you can like get one with like a CD of the album or something. And I literally need it so bad. I'm going to try to get one before they get like scalped like crazy.
That's so cool.
Y'all see. Yeah.
I love that. I had no clue. That's so cool.
I know, it's super cool.
No, and I just love like this as the presentation of
right?
You know, medley. I love this. It's very
Yeah.
representative of each of the like what we've seen of the singles that we've seen already. It matches the visuals as we'll see. Like yeah, and I think it's genius on their part because like when I first went through this website and I didn't quite understand or reach the point of the whole parallel universe things, like that's what Armageddon is. I remember specifically the long chat one, which is coming up. I was like, this is really cute. It does not fit the vibe of anything else. But when I realized that, oh, it's literally called like Long Chat Universe or whatever. So it is its own different universe. So they've created a great like framework to be able to have different sounds or different visuals and still have it fit, which I think is so smart.
I really think you hit the nail on the head with the multiverse thing, honestly, because like A, it covers that, and B, as someone who loves multiverse stuff and like I know something multiverse is the new time travel, I'm personally here for it because it's let a lot of people, it's basically just carte blanche to say, hey, you can do whatever the fuck you want. I'm here for it personally. So
I agree. And I think unfortunately, and I'm one of these people, for a long time, I got annoyed with the concept of like multiverse theory because all I ever associated with it was like Marvel.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Rick and Morty.
No. But that's the thing is like when you see other forms of media, whether it's
the like high level stuff,
the whatever level Rick and Morty is at, I'm not gonna throw shade at Rick and Morty on the internet
I'm
right
not
now.
either. Because I'm equally like not gonna want to mess with the Rick and Morty stands.
No. Y'all can't have your little McDonald's sauce. I'm not getting involved in that. Or your everything everywhere all at once. There's a range. So I do think like I like seeing more things like this because it's winning me over on multiverse theory, which I know is literally like a thing in like metaphysics. So it's a real like theory.
Got it.
Okay. So am I correct? Is G the supernova video?
Yes, this is the supernova vid, which is like literally my fave. Well, I don't know, they're all my fave, but I really love this video.
Yeah, this one's really good. And so this one is kind of the like they're aliens on Earth.
Yeah. And this is like this one feels the most like Armageddon-y. Well, actually, I don't know. Isn't there another like one that's actually Armageddon? I can't remember. This one's
I think the supernova in question is like the like on the first page you saw like the light coming down. I think that's maybe like the supernova is what caused Armageddon.
Like the event. Yeah.
Yes, is what caused the universes colliding and all that. So I think that's
okay.
Cool. And this is just
that's great
because
you said what I was trying to say. Literally, this song is so good. I've literally listened to it like every day since it came out. I love it so much.
Stuck in my ever since I started looking into this website. It's been stuck in my head, and I'm not complaining.
I'm so happy that you are listening to Aespa now. That makes me very happy.
Yeah, I'm obsessed. So yeah, clearly the like the eyes are a callback to the what we saw in M, I believe. So I feel like that furthers the whole they're aliens when they have their, magical eyes kind of thing.
Oh yeah. See, you are so good at this.
I try.
Was there anything else specifically you want to talk about for this
I don't
channel?
think so. I think maybe if you click on the eyes, it shows pictures of them. I'm not sure though.
I believe so. Yeah.
And I
know we haven't been doing a lot of the click stuff, but for those that didn't go on the site yourself, it is mostly just
just pictures of them. There is one channel later that is not just pictures of them.
Oh,
that I will make you click on every single thing.
Okay.
But for the most part, they're just pictures of them. Which Slay, Diva, the House Down Boots, they look great.
Yeah, they're great pictures, and I really hope that some of them are inclusions for the actual physical release. Yes. But we shall see.
Yep.
I don't know what that is.
Nice.
Oh. Is that changing the eyes?
Oh, it is. So they're glowing or they're not glowing.
Whoa.
Oh, did the photos
different
different?
photos? They are. I did not even know that. They're different photos.
Weird.
I did not know that. Okay, we gotta move on.
Yeah.
If I think of everything that I'm missing on this website,
Oh.
I'm gonna lose it, because literally in like the first time that I checked it out, and then like looking over it again, talking to you about it, I've literally found new stuff every time I've been on here. It's like actually insane. But anyways, this
is
is long chat.
Yeah, which is like
Which,
definitely the
yeah.
woo of the website for sure. And I love
So
it.
of course, this is probably my actual favorite
Yeah,
video and part of the
yeah.
site of knowing me.
No, it's super cute. There's a this like introduces animation for the first time, which I love. It's so
Yeah.
cute, and they just look so adorable. And I love the popcorn on the screen. I think that's super fun. That's what's giving me like old school web design. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Just
yeah,
like
yeah.
random shit floating on the website. Like I love
Yeah,
it.
exactly. I just love the corn alien.
I know he's very
He's my
cute.
fave. I
We're
love
about to
him.
meet him. We're about
Oh,
to show
yeah.
him.
The first time I was on here, I didn't know if you could like
Move the popcorn.
move the corn like out of the way, because I know like some
Things will
old sites
pop
that would like
up.
implement
Yeah.
that. It would like track like with your mouse, and you
Yeah.
could like brush stuff off, but that's okay. You can literally just the secret of this site is, if you really like this stuff, you can literally just go on YouTube
Yes.
and watch it all. So yeah, y'all, again, sorry. I know we can't play music. Listen, watch for yourselves. Long chat is great, and the music
It
video is very, very cute. I love the corn with the headphones.
I know.
I love him so much.
Oh my god. So cute.
But anyways, this ties into internet horror because
To be fair,
I was
I
kidding.
can do it. I'm so psychotic. No,
You're-
because animation is a huge part within analog horror, at
Look,
least.
there you go.
Some of our greats, like the Walton Files and Harmony and Horror,
Oh
are
my God.
animated. So we love to see it. There's animated things in the Mandela catalog. We love to see it. They're not this. None of them are this cute.
This is literally their Walton Files.
Yeah, this is Aespa doing the Walton Files. I have a thing in that I said earlier in the video where I'm like, man, I know they haven't watched, any of this shit, but I can imagine in my head that they have. So
Can you imagine? Like, literally, can you imagine? If like the person, like the actual designers or whatever, it's like, oh yeah, no, like Walton Files is a big inspo.
it's giving Walton Files.
I would actually lose that. Okay, D number one. Isn't
Yes,
this where
bitch.
like all the big shit, all the real shit is?
So no, I think D. It's either D number 2 or O, but this one is super fun. Okay, it's gonna be O. But anyway,
Okay, oh, yeah,
let's
okay,
stay
okay.
here.
That's kind of head.
So again, the whole universe thing, where the title is named Universe Licorice, affirms my whole. This is a different universe. So love the aesthetic of this. It's super retro. I dig it, and you have to click the phone.
Yes.
Okay. And now
I freaked out at this.
I know.
This,
I know. I love it.
Like chat log. Like, dude, I found an alien creature. What does it look like? Okay, what did you pick the first time you were on here?
I picked mint plus choco because that's my favorite flavor of ice cream.
Okay.
So I was like,
literally
oh.
me too.
Yeah, I was like, each of them is going to lead to a different video.
I literally said the exact same thing.
But if you click on yellow and purple, they're like, it's
just
chill.
like,
it's fine.
It's okay. It's not a dangerous object. Like, don't worry. It's okay.
Yeah, which I think that the yellow
Mm-hmm.
alien creature is the corn man, and he's not dangerous.
Oh.
That's my theory. I don't know who the purple one is, but I think
know.
the yellow one is the corn man.
It
So,
could
yeah.
be something. And again, like, this obviously they don't have videos for like every song yet. It could potentially be something they use later. But yeah, once again, it's not dangerous. So that's so funny that we both did mint choco. And like, I'm sure there's like a human psychology thing where it's like, oh, mint choco is the most distinct out of all of them.
Yeah.
So they assume most people click. But it's so funny because literally same. I was like, there's literally, they shot different music videos
Yeah.
and the alien will be different like every time. But no, but also that's totally okay because that's totally unrealistic. But yeah, if you do Menchaca, it does a little countdown and you get the Licorice Universe music
Yes.
video, which again, I think you're totally right. And I think they're very deliberate with that. Also, I love my Sailor Moon girlies. I love
Yes.
my Super Sentai girlies. Like, I love my Tokusatsu girlies. Like, this is so, like, I know I'm saying a bunch of we've has words, but like, this is so that. Like, I feel like there's an argument that could probably be made if I were smarter or just like put more effort into like analyzing this. Because again, first time around, I was just vibing. I was just watching the videos, listening to the music and stuff. But like, I'm sure if I really sat down, it's like, oh, each of the videos could maybe be tied to like a different, like classic East Asian entertainment. Like obviously, like I said, there's like very anime aesthetic Sailor Moon shit here. Like, I don't know, but like again, it ties into the whole like, it's a cool way to frame every video as a different universe because it really lets them like go crazy with like all these different styles and stuff, and it's making a very fun album release.
Absolutely. And like, I can just going off of that, like this to me is very like 90s anime or like what is the word I'm looking for? Power Rangers.
Power Rangers, yeah.
Yeah, so like the live action parts feel very
Exactly.
Power Rangers, and then the animated sections are very like 90s anime. So I
Yeah.
think that speaks for a different kind of sci-fi than maybe like the Supernova was more of like a modern, sleek,
Yeah.
still action-based sci-fi, whereas there's one that's coming up later that is definitely more like Matrix, like
Yeah.
indie sci-fi. So I do think it's cool. And then the last Alien was almost more like childlike, like E.T. or something like that, where
Yeah.
it was cutesier and more like
Literally
kawaii.
like Mr. Potato Head, like Lil Corny.
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly. So
absolutely.
I think that like you're absolutely right that it is showcasing different, you know, like subgenres of sci-fi essentially, which is really cool.
Yeah. I love it. But
It
yeah,
makes me
that's
want
pretty
some
much
mint
it.
chocolate chip ice cream real bad.
No, literally.
I want to eat him.
You want to eat the Minchaco alien monster?
Yes, I do.
Yes.
Yes.
I actually don't remember this page.
So this is I think they're just images in the corner. If you hit
Is that
the
right?
little and then yeah, it's the Live My
Live
Life
My Life video. Okay.
universe. So this
Oh, that's
one,
right.
this
Yeah,
one
yeah.
is like they're like not aliens in this one.
I was gonna say the same thing. Yeah. This is the
Um
more kind of like grounded, like, oh, we're just shooting like home video, which like, you know, again, like the obvious like recording overlay and stuff, they are doing very like deliberate old media recording, which could obviously, I'm stealing your words, be tied into analog aesthetics.
yeah. No, and I think like this to me is giving like Chronicle or Super 8 or
See,
the one
I
that I
love that you
hate
said
that
that,
everyone loves. What's the alien one? The found
What are
footage
you
one?
gonna say? What are you gonna
Big
say?
copy. It's Cloverfield. I fucking hate Cloverfield.
You-
Ugh. I hate Cloverfield. It makes me nauseous. I hate Cloverfield.
Okay, well that's real. That's like the real
I also
criticism.
just don't like it. I'm sorry.
That's the less real criticism.
Yeah.
That's the where your opinion is wrong.
Yeah, it's fine. I respect it.
No,
You can come on my channel and tell me I'm wrong. No, I'm joking.
This one's definitely the most like grounded, but to me it definitely still fits with like the aesthetic, mainly just because of the very like home video camera like aesthetic, which is very sweet. All the girlies always got to have a little cute, chill, laid back song on the album, and I love that.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, this is
Oh.
the shit, man. This is when I was like, oh, I'm making a video because
My
like,
gamer
this
girl
is...
laptop is fucking infected. What you said, this is what made you like you're making the video was
yes,
this page.
and I believe that
Go on.
Ning Nasty on Twitter did include a screenshot of this in their thread, and that's where I was like, hello. So I didn't realize though until yesterday. So you can move them around. You can move the individual things, I think. Or no, you can't. Excuse me, never mind. But you can.
I think that they
click-
populate randomly though, because it's
yes.
definitely looked different.
So
every
you
time I've been
can
on
don't
the
X
video.
out. You can click on every individual thing. It will not give you a virus, I promise.
Yes. No, I did do this. I literally went through like as many of these as I could, because these, me and you had same brain for this, because this like set my brain like on fire. I was like, oh
Yeah.
the O
So
is for
this-
oh my fucking god.
Exactly. So this is where the lore is being dropped. So that to me is like the supernova that
Yeah,
has
yeah.
caused Armageddon.
Yeah.
I just love it because they're all set up like news articles. It's giving conspiracy
Yes.
theory. It's
Yes,
giving
yes,
crazy.
Yeah. Hold on.
I love it.
I moved my bar so I can go back and forth. So we did that one.
Yeah.
Prepare again. An unverifiable impact.
Oh, I love it.
It's so good. It's literally, oh my god, it's so good. Like, this was literally the shit where like we were like, oh, we gotta send this to Courtney. Like, Courtney has to see this. Like,
oh, I love it. I love it.
Is so good. Literally, I shout out to whoever is on the like design team that like came up with stuff. I would love to know who they are. I don't know if we'll ever know, but like,
yeah, I know.
This shit is good. Like, this is very like, it captures, to me at least, it captures the feel like so well.
Yeah.
Like all this shit. Like,
yeah, so this is where I got this theory from, because it says
Yeah.
Armageddon, the cryptic harbinger of impending doom, has become entwined with the esoteric notion of multi-world theory, stirring fervent speculation among conspiracy theorists. Some claim that Armageddon is not merely a celestial anomaly, but a manifestation of interdimensional rifts that allows glimpse into parallel universe. This theory posits that the convergence of multiple worlds could unleash cataclysmic events, shattering the fabric of existence as we know it. I won't read the whole thing, but that is essentially that, like, so
Yeah.
it's the concept of like there is a small fringe group of conspiracy theorists who already believed this, and I assume are compiling these documents that we're looking at, but they're right. Like, it's what happened.
Yeah.
So I love that, because as dangerous as conspiracy has become in modern times,
Yeah.
it used to be a lot more innocent, and I love like
It's this. Yes, this is from a simpler time.
Yes,
this is like,
and
hey,
it's so
what if a
tied.
meteor caused multi-world stuff? Like,
Yes.
that's so innocent.
And that's
Like,
so internet. Like, it's so internet. Shit like
Absolutely.
Cicada 3301 and shit, which is real, but you know what I mean? Like, people
oh my god, yeah.
spun that out. I love it. I love it. I love
Take
it.
me back. Take me back.
Yeah, go to
Aespa.com
Aespa.com to check the truth. So I love that,
truth.
because that's framing it that the website was created by
Yeah.
by like a conspiracy theorist, which I love.
Literally, it's so good. And like, literally, this shit scared the fuck out of me.
Yeah.
The first time I saw it. It's so good. Difference between multi-existences. Just I love it. You're absolutely right. This is definitely the page where they lean like full on into the analog, and it's such a distinct section. And you're literally right. I mean, like, this is what you get because you actually read everything.
Yeah,
I think
so
it's the
this one, I
same.
think it just repeats the same one again, which is
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
I'm not mad at them for that. I get.
Yeah. And they're modeled after, like security check stuff and whatnot.
Yeah.
Defying meteorological event. This one I thought was super cool. I literally
Yeah.
like want to like print some of these out and like
I know, they're
put
so
these
cool.
up. Like, they're so rad. The cam stuff again,
Yep.
just a different kind of like framed around.
Yep, looking for
love
supernova
this
witnesses.
shot. Yeah. People that have seen this one literally reminds me of like an old like sci-fi poster or something.
Yes.
Like, this could be like a 70s, like, oh, it's so good. Oh my
I love it.
god, I love it. Like, I literally kept refreshing this page to try to get like as many as I could, because I wanted to be sure that I saw like all of them. This one, this was giving me like Arrival.
Yes,
Aliens, personally. Do you think the same?
absolutely.
Okay.
And just
that gave me
because
that,
I'm
yeah.
that feral and psychotic, the screenwriter of Arrival started in creepypasta. That's a fun fact.
Did they really?
Yes, he did. He wrote a creepypasta. That's what got him discovered.
I I did not know that.
Yes.
Oh my god, that. Look, again, we can argue how much is intentional or not. I don't care. Like,
It's just fun.
this is what we do. If we can make the connections, then there's validity in that.
Yeah,
honestly.
that's the internet, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
absolutely.
love the like they're showing the scientific proof and things like that.
Yeah.
Alcohol.
Repurposing, like, what I'm sure looks like pre-existing stuff.
Yeah.
Again, mixed media, aesthetic stuff, censored. I love this page. It is very like stand out.
It's so
very
cool.
fucking cool.
It's so cool.
Okay,
so that's all
yeah,
of them,
we
and
got
now
a
you have to
authentic
select
Aespa. We
the
gotta click
authentic
girlies.
girlies. Yeah.
Yeah. Which I'm happy to load it because there was multiple times I was trying to load it like at other times and that page did not work. But if you authenticate everyone, you get this.
This is it for me. Like this is
Go
where I
off.
was like, bitch, y'all are giving it to me. Because this to me is the like darker sci-fi
Yeah.
matrix. Like this is, I know that oh my god, I'm sorry, she's so beautiful. They're
cool.
all
No,
so beautiful.
literally, they are. All of them are so beautiful.
But the idea of this is like trying to find the real one. Like
yes.
because you have all these
doppelgangers. Yeah.
Yes. So I
Especially,
know
yeah,
specifically
Suicide
like
Squad, yeah,
Ning Nasty was referencing that in
Mhm.
like referencing Mandela Catalog and stuff because Mandela Catalog is about
Mhm.
doppelgangers. And
yeah.
I just love like, oh, this is my shit, man. I
They're
love it.
so cool. I'm trying to find, yeah, specifically the ones where they use literally a liminal space. Like, but yeah,
Oh
just
my
any of them that
God.
use the doppelganger stuff.
so cool. Look at the outfits too.
Look at that chunky
Yeah. and a lot.
is literally like this was a page like Courtney needs to see this.
It's so good. I love it. And I feel like
So
this is
good.
just very like in line with the things they've already been doing with their like
Mhm.
avatar versus real thing.
It
they've got going
is
on.
like honestly, it's just like that. I think is really the key of it. Like again, Aespa's, there are some honestly more in recent years like K-pop groups are like some of them are coming more conceptual. It's like they're not just a group. It's like they have a kind of like driving idea behind them that kind of informs like their general kind of direction, and like we said, Aespa is definitely online metaverse avatar stuff. And so for their first actual album to spin that as like this full on like analog avatar by means of literal like doppelgangers, like it's such a cool, like really well thought out like reinterpretation of what they've already been doing. That's just like, oh, I love it so much. It is genuinely like one of my favorite media things of this year. I love it.
Absolutely. I agree 100%. So yeah, I love it.
Yeah. Okay. Last page. And then see, this is another one I can't remember either. Is it literally just this?
It's just if you click on it, it's more images, I believe.
More images. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's definitely like the end of the site. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Which is still gorgeous. Love a full screen image.
Yeah.
With the little
again,
like it's simple, but it's great. But yeah, I love it. I think this is so cool, and
it's so cool.
I'm so glad that we got to explore this together.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. Again, hey, I'm Zay. I may have said it earlier or not, but I do have my own YouTube channel. I only have one video out right now. It's an hour-long video on Pokemon that you will probably not like at all if you're Courtney's audience, but
I think maybe a lot of my audience probably plays Pokemon.
Yeah, I have that. I talk about games, and coming soon, I'm talking about movies, TV, anime. I literally just talk about any media that interests me. I usually try, I know not Pokemon, but like I usually try to do stuff that kind of like Courtney, like maybe you haven't heard of, that like I'd love to like shine a spotlight on. And again, that's why with this, like, obviously it's Aespa, it's K-pop, people are going to see it, but I feel like by doing this, by bringing this to Courtney's audience, we're kind of shining that light on it. And yeah, I feel like that's something me and Courtney have in common. Like we want to show people the weird stuff that we love. So if you like that on Courtney's channel, hey, maybe you'll like it on mine too.
Thank
Awesome.
you. I mentioned while we were exploring this website, I was able to piece together a storyline, and I believe that the astrological events, which in this case I think is the supernova, are triggering Armageddon, which is typically defined as like an end of days scenario. It's expanded in this case to mean the convergence of parallel universes, causing different versions of Aespa to coexist. Some have fantastical powers, while others are just like normal girls. This also opens up room for multi-dimensional creatures like the Mint Choco alien and the Corn alien. And I also think that I like to think that the website is curated by like a conspiracy theorist who has long believed that Armageddon would mean this opening of these parallel universes, and it's either like actually happening. Like I don't quite know what, like how Aespa fits in to the conspiracy theorists, like why the conspiracy theorist character would be fixating on them, other than that they are the ones that are, you know, showing the anomalous different versions of themselves. Or maybe Aespa in general, they are the conspiracy theorists, which is also a really fun concept. And I'm sure that Zay and I missed details, but I think that that's the general gist, the general storyline that they were going for with the album. And I think this is such an impressive and smart evolution of the brand and aesthetic that Aespa started with when they began. And I cannot praise the music, the web design, the storytelling, and just the general visual aesthetic of the fashion, everything enough. Like, it looks gorgeous, it's super cohesive, you know, it evokes older internet while still being modern and appealing to modern, younger audiences, which is smart. And, you know, even though, like I said from the beginning, that I'm not a K-pop stan, working on this video has made me really like Aespa. Like, I can't stop listening to Supernova ever since I started, you know, researching for this video. And that alone proves how great this marketing is, because it worked. It got me. I was not the target audience, but it worked. So hopefully, you know, other internet horror people can see this video and, you know, also get into a music group that maybe they wouldn't have otherwise. I think that Armageddon is a really refreshing project on both fronts of pop music and internet horror. I've spoken before about internet horror often being a male-dominated field, and it always makes me happy to highlight female-led projects like this. Divine Swamp Fever and Angel Hair are the other two that I've covered that come to mind. And sure, an entire team of people made this, and I wish that their names were more out in the front, and I'm sure you know, it was multiple genders that worked on this project, but it's still cool to see a female-led story like this. So let me know what you think of this entire thing. Do I have any returning viewers that are K-pop fans? Please give me recommendations. And, you know, are there any other music-based ARGs that you can think of? I know I used to be a big Arcade Fire fan, and they had one back in the day that I remember, like, doing in real time that was pretty cool. It was like on Tumblr. Any K-pop fans that watched this video, you know, I hope I did this group justice, and I hope maybe you can get into internet horror a little bit more if you weren't already a fan. Thank you so much to my dear beautiful friend Zay for hopping on to explore Armageddon with me, and of course to the wonderful Ning Nasty for making that original thread and kind of bridging the gap between K-pop and analog and digital horror. I could not have made it without the help of those wonderful two individuals. Even though Ning Nasty doesn't know I'm doing this, but if you're watching this, thank you. So again, thank you for watching. Have a great day. Go listen to Supernova. It's a bop. Bye.